So welcome back to the channel, guys. I appreciate you guys talking and commenting and engaging with me on the channel. You guessed it, guys. We're going to be talking about P2P, pay to play players. Shout out to Roberts who helped me kind of pick a topic for the video that I wanted to show today. Because someone had asked me in a message to do a video, a streaming video. But first, I want to tell you guys something. I was just using it. I was fascinated about this. If you guys have, I don't know if some of you guys have and I can't, I don't know if I can actually, it's a Panasonic ER430. It is a hair nose trimmer, guys, or cutter. And man, it's great. You can't even tell it's on when it's in your nose because there's no nicks or cuts or you don't, I mean, it's just amazing, guys. So women or guys, if you use that, man, that is a hell of a tool. I didn't know they exist. I'm so used to picking hairs out of my nose because they get to hanging and all that. But it's a great thing. So I wanted to get you guys to the video. Let's go over this. Someone wanted me to do a live stream on spending. Now that is nice. It's nice. It's even better to be in a guild that's doing it. It's even better to have the money to do it. I don't have the money to do a live stream because as you see right here, just in the month of February, let's look at this. Let's just go down the list, February. Just in the month of February, as many as they will let you have in here, some of them you only can store so many. But I've already made so many purchases this month. Now, listen, if you're free to play, this may not be the video for you, but some free to play players who are not technically free to play, they're just low spenders. So if that's you, this video also has to do with you. I know a lot about spending in large mode because I've spent quite a bit, guys. And so I know how to spend on the wrong stuff, and then I know how to spend on the right stuff. Now, someone I seen in the comments said, why is this guy always on the large mobile YouTube videos? Well, probably I'm probably the only one of my kind that's doing this, or, nationality or something like that. And then you don't have a lot of American, USA YouTubers for large mobile out there anyway. So, and then it's probably about who's hot and who's not. And I'm not saying I'm hot or as far as my YouTube videos, my numbers don't show that at all, but it is a break from the norm of the normal YouTubers, so hey, that's just how it is. And thank you guys for watching. So let's get into the video. Like I said, if you're pay to play on a low budget, let's look at some of the stuff that they have in the store right now. So here is some things that you can look at. Now, first you look at passes. That's one of the things you can look at because it can give you a certain amount of gems if you really are not even planning on using them in any fast-paced time. Like the monthly gem passes here, they're good. They're relatively cheap, but it depends on a person's budget and what they have to spend on the game. But those are good because if you don't plan on using them anytime soon, it's kind of like better in a sense because you practically wait anyway for gems 30 days right here anyway to get those gems. So you wait 30 days to get those as it is. And so why not wait another 30 days, which only costs you about, in this sense, it costs, I think it's just about $7, guys. One is $4.99 and one is probably like $1.99. I don't remember. But I get them because it adds something. Now, they can disappear real fast if you're doing like relocating with gems or, if you're doing any kind of speed ups with gems and things like that. Those can go fast. So sometimes it may be better for you not to have them than to have them and use them on something that is so shallow, like relocating and things like that. because that stuff is not cheap. So, but that's an option. So what I want to look at is this pack here, guys. Very rarely do I not buy this. You know, when I'm in pay to play mode, when I have some extra funds and things like that, I normally always use this here, because when I started playing, they didn't have a coupon where you can get one for free if you buy a certain pack. And my main thing that I have a problem with that, now keep in mind, guys, if you do decide to buy a pass for gems, you do need to log in and collect them, because if you don't, say for instance, you don't log in 10 days and you've lost 10 days worth of gems. So if you buy a pass, a 30-day pass in the gem section, you do need to log in every day to collect. Otherwise, you forfeit that day's amount of gems. You know, you can forfeit days, so you don't want to do that. So, but as I was saying, back to this. If you're a pay to play, this is one of the things IGG probably makes the most sales on. Only problem with this is sometimes they bring out the pack when they don't have really anything you really want to buy with it. Because one of the things that I've done in the past and made a lot of mistakes of, and purchasing things that don't really are no value, like this here, buying this, everything in Lost Mobile is like a gamble, or it's like a lottery or something. It's like you have to basically, in order to get the gems and stuff like that, it's like you have to be in a lottery type of thing. And it's like, sorry guys, it's like everything is a hit or a miss. And that sucks a lot, guys, when you have everything as a hit and a miss. So, good to invest there. It doesn't cost anything, guys. You don't have to spend packs to get those 10,000 gems. You just need to do the opening scrolls or monster hunting, things like that. So that's something that somebody can always get into to get get gems. But this guy here, if you are pay to play and you're on a low budget, or you're a low budget pay to play player, this is something that should be always in your bag. Just because you get an option to get twice as much bang for your buck, you know, these items are going to sell regardless if you buy them 1 for 1 or 2. You get 2 for the price of 1. So let's look at some of the things. It depends on what you're doing with your actual castle, what you actually need. As you can see, me currently, what I'm in need of is I've been purchasing these. So because I'm waiting for the next Halos and things like that to come out in the Tycoon. So I'm looking for that, the Halos to come out, and then some Pack 5 things. You know, so not necessarily Crimson Mane chest in there, because that could be, you know, that could be such a miss. So one of the things I've been working on, because I've learned that purchasing, you know, Bon Boutique packs may not give me, if you guys have seen the video, I did make a video where I was opening, or I opened up a total of 850 Bon Boutique boxes, chests, and probably got 1 purple out of it, and like 3 silver common chests out of it. It's like, what a ripoff, you know? So a lot of guys in the community told me that the actual best way to do this is just, and I've tried and I've been doing it, and I think it's going to be the way to go. So I've been getting the token packs, which looks similar to, I don't think they have one right now, but it looks similar to this guy right here. And I'm going to go back through this so you don't have to worry. You don't have to rewind or anything. I'm going to go back through this. Yeah, it looks something like this here pack here, guys. It's going to have those tokens in it, but it will have 45 and 45 or something like that. It'll look like this here. Right here. That was that one I bought today, and yeah, right here. So you get a total of 450 because you get 10 times 45, and then you get 1 times 45. So you get almost 500 tokens. 400 and that's 450 plus that's 490, 490, 495 actually. Or is that 45 and 45 is 90, so 490. You get that out of there. So this is a coupon. And listen, guys, besides the little specials that come out, you know, little deals that come out, I may not have any of them in my purchase, my prior purchase things. Let's take a look and see. That is something you probably want to get. I'll show you guys in a second. I thought this was a good buy. Not particularly sure what I purchased to get that. I forgot. That might have been, I don't remember. But sometimes IGG is going to come out with some purchases that are like, you really add them up and you're like, well, if I bought that at the regular, I wouldn't get that many. So let the purchases be what you actually feel like you need the most. Like me, I'm working on halos right now because I need to upgrade my cup. I need to upgrade this cup to Mythic. So I'm working on getting halos, and we are getting very impatient because we're waiting for them to come out in the Tycoon. So as you can see, I need 9 more of them. I don't worry about things like this because they come much easier. But the Mythic, and I intended to do that this month, but it doesn't seem like I'm going to have but one more time for the halos to come out in the Tycoon. So I'm waiting on that, guys. All right, so your spending, let it be on special purchases. If you're if you're on a budget and you really do have a budget, don't be like me. And there are some things I've purchased and I'm like, I'll go back and look at it and I'm like, man, why did I get that? Like, that was some trash. Because it might look good at first, but I encourage you to go through the items and actually see if it's really anything in there that's really worth getting. Like I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. One of these in here that I have gotten that I'm like, that was trash to me because I didn't really need any of that stuff. But I'm gonna show you guys right here, guys. This one. This one, because the Astrolight is such a gamble, this brilliant Astrolight Chess 1, there's just no guarantees on what you're going to get. Now, people with a lot of money who spend on the game and they feel like they don't care if they can buy 10 of these packs or however many it lets you buy, and they feel like they're winning. But for me, this was not a good buy, and I purchased it a couple of times, and I was like, I shouldn't have done that. because it would give you multiple times to purchase it, I think. Uh, but it wasn't really good. And then it had the monster crate, which you may not get the material that you need. Like me, I need the glowing halos, but I might end up getting a lot of bloodsuckers or stuff like that I don't want. So the speed ups don't really need those at all. And then you get a few hundred other different chests in here. Which the only problem with that is, once again, you're back to the point where, and as you can see, there's no Bon Petite chest in there. So a lot of things are not in there that you might want in there. There's not a lot of food in there. So I like to look at a lot of packs that have food because I'm always low on food in my bag. That's one of the reasons why I purchase food sometimes here rather than through a large mobile seller. So this is one of the packs. You can't be so spontaneous that you just hit the pay button, then you go back and look at what you got, and you're like, oh, that was some trash. Why did I buy that? Because that's money that's wasted. I mean, it's bad enough that we are wasting money on the game already. Then it's worse when you waste it on something that ain't gonna even, it's not even gonna move your meter of advancing, excuse me, guy. It's not even gonna move your meter of advancing in the game up at all. It's gonna stay. All you did is depreciated it. So let's look at, in my case, what are some of the things I think in this, and we'll look at all the packs, and we'll see which ones are really good packs. Let's start with this one. The Astrolite coins, the artifact coins are great. This is really good to have. There are 12 of them, so you have a chance to open up, what, 10 boxes for our 2,000 boxes, which is good. So you get 6 chances to open up. So that's good. It doesn't give you really any archaic tombs, which if you're like me and you're not done with research, you need. Or if you just want to store them up for the next research to come out. So I look at this, and the only really thing that's good is the artifact coins, because normally when you buy artifact coins, they cost much more, such as right here. For $6, you only get 1,300, where I can spend less than twice as much, and I can even get 12,000. So normally artifact coins cost quite a bit. So that is a pack you could consider grabbing, and then you get a chance to get some gems in there as well when you purchase something like that. The trick about it is saving. You can save because you only get a certain many a day. You're not going to get the entire day. You're only going to get 875. No, you get 400 artifact coins per day, and you only get one shiny surprise per day. So it ain't like you get to open up a whole lot every day. And then what you open up so little, even though it's still a gamble, you may get the least rarity, or you might have the best, the worst. You may not have the best of luck opening them up every day. So this is a pack that you probably kind of like, you open up, you maybe let sit and just wait for 30 days, and then you bust them all open and see what kind of luck you have with opening an accumulated amount, a larger amount rather than a shorter amount. This one here for $5 is a bunch of garbage. That's trash, guys. There's not enough. The individual items that you get in here are not enough to do really anything significant. So it's just some junk that's on there. It's kind of like store fillers, guys. It's like some things in the store are not necessarily meant to be sold. But if you're like me, sometimes I purchase things like this just going after the gems, or or things like this here and like this here, and you go after things just like this ain't gonna matter for anything. The artifact craze, that's another chest that for $5.99 is not really giving you any bang for your buck. You get some artifact coins for overinflated price, and then you get nothing else really with it. So it's really not something to buy either a 1-for-1 or 2-for-1. The boot camp is good, but it's only really good when you purchase the next price up, which is, I think it may be $19.99, or it could be the $9.99, but I think it's $19.99, because then you get a lot of food when you purchase this. This is a better way to go of purchasing train ups, rather than when IGG throws out, when you're troop training in the IGG. Once you're in the middle of troop training, IGG throws out there that offer of, it normally it's $9.99, I think, $19.99 and $29.99 or $39.99, something like that, where they give you like 120 days, 160 days, I think it is, total for 29 or 39 bucks. This way is much better to me if you're going to buy training, because you can get more speed up and you get food and resources with it, which you need. And then you get a few other little packs in there, other little chest boxes in there, which don't really amount to nothing. But the point of this here is you get the speed up with the food, because if you're buying speeds, you're obviously going to be using. If you're buying speed ups, you're obviously going to be using food as well. Let me pause right quick for a second and take care of this dry lips. So I thought I pushed record and I didn't push record. So, but the point I was making, guys, is spin on the packs. I lost a whole train of thought because I thought I was recording and wasn't. So the main thing you want to do is spend on the packs that are going to be more personalized and meets your needs. If you're a pay to play and you spend low, don't ever spend on packs like, be a champion for $99. That's what they used to give you back in the days, and that's what we used to have to spend. But resource ready, people say don't ever buy resources or things like this from IGG when you can get them. You can get a whole bag full or you can get filled, but you can't, if you're like somebody like me where you can't have food because your food is constantly diminishing. And let me show you what I'm talking about here. Say for instance, let's open 2 million food. Look at that food, guys. It's just going away. You can see it right there. My food is gone. 2 million food is gone in a matter of 6 seconds or so. So sometimes players like myself who have a lot of troops and who don't have their hourly food costs constantly in the negative, people who have it in the negative like me, then buying packs like this where you can have food stored up is good. And that's why I told you about the pack that I purchased, where it did give me over 200 and something million food with the artifacts. So something like this is always good. I do purchase this here and there, and then I'll purchase the either it's $9.99 or $19.99, whatever is next. I think it's $19.99, but it does give you like 6 million food times either 100 or 300. I can't remember what it is. It's probably just 100. No, I think could be 300. I'm not sure, guys. Let's find out. Okay, so the next one was gives you 184 million, 184, which translates somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 times 2 would be 1 billion 2. So you're looking at probably about at least 900 million food, and that's good to have in your bag because you can't always purchase food from, if you're like me and you're in your hourly food is always in the negative. So you have to get stuff like this. So I would always tell people this is good to buy because you get to have that in your bags, which, as I was showing you guys, a lot of that stuff, your food is gone immediately over there. So there's been plenty of times where I've purchased this and then I went back and gotten even a 2-for-1. So now I have a couple of billion food in my bag, you know, if I need to train troops or heal and things like that. So that's one of the things that you always have to deal with. But these other items, like, you know, I don't know how I went way back to the bottom again. But I was saying, like, a lot of these items, buy what's particular for you, buy what you need. Like I said, this is not worth it here. Chaos cores, because it costs like 24 and up, 20 and up, and you only get to use it one time. So after you've spent $20 just to use your chaos core, a familiar. So sometimes that's not cool at all. That's a ripoff. As I was saying, also, this is, you get to get, if you use the 2-for-1 on this, even though the Tycoon is the place to get your familiar packs from, you're able to get 30, you know, hue packs, the bunny packs, for $20 with the 2-for-1, rather than buying $5 for 5. So that's a good way to go. And that's probably a way that I would go as well. So yeah, that's a good way to go. I never, even though I would never go this route for as that much, because it's basically, even though you can get 5 for $5, 25 for 25. If you bought it this way, you're losing so many. You lose. It's a joke, because you would be getting 25 for twice as much. I can get 5 of these for $5. Why would I spend $50 for the same 25? That's just impatient. That's basically impatient. So you never buy things like that. I never buy things like this, and definitely never. Sometimes I've purchased this 2-for-1, only a 2-for-1, guys, because it will give you 1,200 champion chests. That's the best way to get them, like there. To me, I've not tried it in the Tycoon, how many they have in there, and then a lot of them in there is, I don't know. But you can still go wrong once you reach 10,000 chests or 15,000 chests. You still can only end up with 3 to 5 gold boxes. And since here you're only getting 1,200, well, that's like almost 10 purchases. That's almost like 10 purchases. So that's every bit of let me see, $500. 50 times 10 is 500. That's at the 2-for-1 rate. I mean, that's at getting 2, buy 1 get 1. So that's over like $600, damn near $500 or whatever. You know, so it's really, and then you don't know what the drop rate's how it's gonna affect you. So as I was saying, there are certain packs that you really want to avoid. And as we went over on this one, you only get 4,500 uncommon records books, and it take 4,500 uncommon record books only give you about 10 gold books or records, which most of the items in there are going to cost you for gold, are going to be, depending on what level you are, it's going to be like we looked at this one. Let's go here, guys. I'm in the wrong spot. Like right there, 4,500 of them gets you about, you see I have 46, 25 of those uncommon records, and they give you about 10 gold. About 10 gold. And most of the things that you're going to be upgrading are going to cost quite a bit of gold. 40 just to upgrade that. And that's not a gold one. That's not a gold one. There's another 40. Let's look at another one that's gold. Another 40. So maybe at a different level, they may just require a Epic or something to go there, but still Epic, you have to, you know, take some out of your gold to make the Epics. So purchase the things that you guys feel like, and then the chargeback or the chargeback. Be careful of that. Now, this is a chargeback for $19.99. That's a joke. You really got to pay attention to what you're getting, because it's even though they're legendary, potentially legendary, up to that, the drop rate, guys, is a gamble. Everything about IGG is a gamble. That's how they make their money. This is a joke. I wouldn't even, don't feel pressure to think you got to spend just to get the free gift, because a lot of times it's not going to work the further investing to get nothing. Because as you can see in here, the speed up and the resource is nothing. You're paying for 6 legendary chests, when in fact you can go over here and use your guild coins and purchase some rare chests for so much less. I mean, you don't need to spend that for that. So it's like, that is just another IGG joke, guys. It's a joke. It's how they, when you don't know, you don't know. And then if you go spending all them 6 whatever, and then you get this here, you're like, damn, I just spent $20 and got them 6. I thought I should have got at least 1 gold something. They give you a gold siege, you're not gonna like that, or gold defense, you're not gonna like that. So the thing about it is spend what's going to push your gauge and your meter up to a better council, and don't spend it like I used to spend it in the past, where you spent and you can't tell that you spent any of that on your account. So spend it where it's gonna last, spend it where it's gonna stick, and not necessarily on troops and on things that are not going to help the account have any kind of real stats. So there you have that. Like I said, certain things I've spent over and over again, but this is another one you don't really want to spend on, because of the hit and miss on all of this. You can buy that and you get 100 of them, and you can end up easily, guys. It just happens all the time. It's a reoccurring thing. You end up with a whole lot of speed ups and a couple of embers and star scrolls and a few astrolites or astrolites, and be like, damn, that was a joke. So you really want to avoid in spending on large mobile anything that really has to do with the real gamble. I'm talking about the drop rate gamble. You really want to watch that, because it's a joke. So I hope this video has helped you guys, and I hope that you will spend more wisely. Some things you gotta have, guys, and some things you just gotta have not. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm out.